Yes, sir. But some of the students are not here, sir.
Okay, let us wait. Today, what we are going to discuss is market structure. In the last class, we just have a basic idea about the pricing method and strategies. So, in order to understand that particular concept better, first we should know about the market. As far as the market is concerned, it is a place where goods and services are exchanged and it is bought and sold. But in economic sense, there's a slight difference. Why? Because instead of saying bought and sold, we are saying there are two component, buyer and seller, and that commodity will be exchanged either directly or indirectly. And this particular thing, there are two sides. One is from demand side, another one is supply side. In the supply side, the manufacturer or wholesaler, retailer will be there, and information about the market is very clear with that view. In the demand side, the customer, what he know, what are the information, what type of product that he is going to discuss, all these things will be there. So a market in economic sense is concerned, here it is a buyer and the seller, and it can be exchanged through directly, indirectly, and it has two sides, demand side and supply side. So before getting into the market structure, first we should know what are the type of market available. That is classification of market. There are many factors to consider. First, based on the geographical area, we are classifying into four. What is called local market, provincial market, national market, and international market. So based on the area, we are classifying the market into four. It's very straight one. Second factor that we are considering based on the time. Very short period, long period, and very long period. There are four type of market. Normally, the very long period is otherwise called secular markets. This particular market only we should study. Why? Because very short or short period is a very limited span of time. Therefore, the production function and cost function may not be constructed directly. It will be of a trial and error method. But long and very long period only we should study. That too, the very long period, that is more than 5 years, that market is now. That particular market we used to call it as secular market. That market we should know. The third factor that what we are considering about the quantity of transaction. This is what all the people know. Even layman can know this particular classification. One is wholesale market, another is retail market. Apart from these three classification, our syllabus that we are going technically what we are going to study the classification based on the market structure. So the market is divided into two categories. One is perfect competitive market. The second one is imperfect competitive market. Perfect market means there are 7 conditions, or we used to call it as features of perfect competition. If those 7 features are there, then that market is called perfect competitive market. The other markets are imperfect market. In that imperfect market, there are 4 different market structure that we are going to study. One is monopoly market. Only one seller will be there. Then duopoly market. If 2 sellers is there, how the market will be. Suppose more than 2 means that is few sellers. It is called oligopoly market. And suppose it is many sellers, that is it cross more than 50 sellers, then it is monopolistic market. So these 4 market are called imperfect competitive market. That is what the syllabus demands. Now let us move with the next one, that is equilibrium condition for the market. Before getting to about perfect, imperfect, pure market and the other thing, first we should know what is the equilibrium for the firm. Equilibrium is nothing but the firm try to achieve the revenue and cost will be equal. More the revenue, it will be a profit. Less than the revenue, it is a loss. So every firm want to achieve maximum profit. So there should be a total revenue and total cost difference should be more. In that case, definitely he will get more profit. Where he can get more profit, for that we need 2 equilibrium condition. That equilibrium condition we used to call it as marginal curve approach. That is, this particular marginal curve approach is nothing but there are 2 conditions for equilibrium. If, first of all, the demand must be equal to supply, that is one equilibrium. But in this particular marginal approach, the first condition is marginal cost must be equal to marginal revenue. Then the profit is maximum, and the firm can able to achieve the equilibrium price. The second condition is the marginal cost curve should intersect the marginal revenue from below. These two are the conditions. I will repeat again. The first condition is marginal cost is equal to the marginal revenue. Second one, marginal cost should intersect the marginal revenue from below. If these two happens, then the firm is in equilibrium. Now, based on these particular condition, we can classify the market into two categories: perfect market and imperfect market. First, we will see what is perfect market is. This particular perfect market must have 7 conditions. So the definition of that particular competitive market goes like this. Perfect competition is a market in which there are large number of buyers and sellers with homogeneous product and uniform price, free entry and exit of firms, perfect mobility of factors of production, perfect knowledge about the market, absence of transportation costs, and no government intervention. So it's nothing but these 7 features of a perfect competitive market. First, you should tell about how many buyers and sellers. Second, you should know about what type of product that they are discussing. Then about the price and how the entry and exit of the firm, and other things are common to other. Or what about the factors of production? How about the knowledge about the market and laissez-faire policy? We used to call it as non-intervention of government. We used to call it as laissez-faire policy. So when there are these 7 conditions are there, then the market is said to be perfectly competitive. But this particular market is a illusory one, because all 7 conditions cannot be existing. But one more thing, this particular competitive market, that is perfect competitive market, we used to call it as price takers. The firm name is called price taker because uniform price is one condition in perfect competition. So those who are doing business in this particular competitive market, we used to call it as price taker. So suppose these 7 conditions are there, it is perfect. Any one of the condition is not there, then it is imperfect. Who have introduced that? John Robinson from America, and Chamberlain also have introduced about the Kernot model and Chamberlain model. Based on their model only, we have a new classification called imperfect competition. Nothing but if there are 7 conditions. What is that? Large number of buyers and sellers, homogeneous product, price uniformity, free entry and exit of firms, then perfect mobility of factors, perfect knowledge about the market, no transportation costs, and non-intervention of government. These 7 conditions are there, perfect. If any one condition of these 7 is not present in the market, then it is not a perfect market. It is called imperfect market. And these imperfect market is classified into 4 categories. One is monopoly, duopoly, oligopoly, and monopolistic. Apart from these two, one more corollary market is there. That is, if first 3 conditions are present in the market, then that market is called pure competition. Out of 7, the first 3 is large number of buyers and sellers, homogeneous product, uniform price, and free entry exit of firms. If it is present in the market, then instead of saying imperfect market, we may say it is called pure market. Along with these 3 conditions, perfect mobility of factors, perfect knowledge about the market, no transportation costs, and non-intervention of government is also added in this, then we can say it is a perfect. Only first 3, then it is called pure competition. So let us start with the perfect competition. There are 7 conditions. We may call it as features of perfect competition. The first one is how many buyers and sellers you have to tell. In perfectly competitive market, there are large number of buyers and sellers. If it is not large, then it is not perfect. So the firm is called price taker. In this particular market, anybody can enter the market, anybody can get out from the market. Usually, the quantum of transaction will be very huge. So why it is very huge? Now we have to say about the product, what type of product they are discussing. The second feature we should say about the product. The products are homogeneous in nature. In simple words, you may say it is identical products. It will be same in a say, shape, color, style, all these things. Only that product is handled in that particular market. All the firm will transact with that particular product. So there is a right condition that the products must be homogeneous. They are identical to each other. Because of this identical condition, we are maintaining uniform price, because it is equal in size, shape, color, style, quantity, all these things. So the price is uniform. Then the third condition is free entry and exit of firm. Anybody can enter the market and do the business. Anybody can go out from the market. It is there. Nobody will invite you. Nobody will restrict you to enter, or nobody will make you to be competitive, because already we know this is a product and this is a price, and based on that only, if you are able to manage the situation, you can enter the market. If you are not able to survive, you can get out from the market. So the condition is very clear. Anybody can enter, or anybody want to go out, they can do in this particular market. This is the third condition. If these three conditions are there, then it is called pure market. The fourth condition is absence of transportation cost. As we said, there is a uniformity in the price. So if you add the transportation cost, the price will differ. So we have to ignore the sales promotion cost or transportation cost. Then only we can maintain the price uniformity. Then the fifth condition will be perfect mobility of factors of production. Land, labor, capital, and organization, we are treating equally. Additional cost cannot be levied in that particular factors of production, because we are maintaining the price uniformity. Then this is a most important condition for the perfect knowledge about both buyers and sellers may know what is happening in the market. Normally, in perfect market, only the sellers know what is happening in the market, and most of the buyers may be ignorant. But here, both buyers and sellers having a perfect knowledge about the market, not only the product, about the quality of the product, what is the prevailing price, or when we are, how many people are doing business there, all the things both buyers and sellers know. The last condition is non-intervention of government. That is, because it is a perfect market, there is large number of buyers and sellers, homogeneous products, price uniformity, free entry, exit, no transportation cost, perfect mobility. All these conditions make the government not to interfere, because it is a perfect market. What is the role of government? So we treat the government as a laissez-faire. Laissez-faire means non-intervention of government. A market with these conditions are there, then it is called perfectly competitive market. So there is a possibility of a section B question. What are the features of perfectly competitive firm? You have to write these conditions. Apart from that, one more question is possible in perfect combination. A section B question is possible. That is called explain the concept shutdown point, or what is shutdown point. Normally, the price and output determination is a main question for the market structure. In case of imperfect market, we can identify what is the price level, and we have to calculate what is the expected level of output, or what will be the equilibrium output. All this is possible only in the imperfect market. In perfect market, there is no need to find the price and output. Why? Because the price is uniform. The output is our, whatever be the output, the same price will be there. So based on the profit position only, we can say whether his price and output will be determined. There are 4 profit position for a competitive firm. One is normal profit, second one is abnormal profit, third one is minimum loss, the fourth one is shutdown point. For that, we are using three curves. Normally, average revenue and average cost will be considered. For the shutdown point, not only the average revenue and average cost, we also include one more cost called average variable cost. The average variable cost only give the shutdown point level. When average revenue is equal to the average cost, it is normal profit. Because of the price uniformity, when revenue is equal to the cost, then he will achieve the normal profit because that price includes some margin of profit. So when AR equal to AC, then it is normal profit. On the other hand, suppose your revenue is more because of the economies of scale, larger scale of a transaction, then the revenue become more than the cost. Average revenue is greater than the average cost, then it is called abnormal profit position. Because revenue is more, cost is less. The third one is when average revenue is less than the average cost, then there is a loss. This particular loss, because it is a competitive firm, we used to call it as a minimum loss. Apart from these three profit position, one more profit position we used to call it as shutdown point, when the firm will get off from the market. The average cost is divided into two. One is average fixed cost and average variable cost. This average variable cost is nothing but our working capital. Day to day, we have to run the business, and for that we should keep some money with us. That is called average variable cost. When average variable cost is greater than the average revenue, then the firm has to get out from that market. That particular point we used to call it as shutdown point, and that area, that is the difference between the ABC and the AR, we used to call it a shutdown area. You can see the diagram. The AR and MR is a price line. Average revenue gives to marginal revenue, a parallel line with the output. At that level, price will be fixed. That is called price uniformity. When average cost is higher than the average revenue, it is a loss. Suppose the ABC also is lying above the average revenue, then it is not only a minimum loss, he is forced to get out from the market. That particular point, MR is intersecting ABC. Now that point is called shutdown point. That shaded area, we used to call it as shutdown area. For your sake, I'll repeat again. In perfectly competitive firm, based on the profit position only, we can understand the price and output determination. There are four profit position. When average cost equal to average revenue, normal profit. When average cost is less than the average revenue, it is abnormal profit. When average cost is greater than average revenue, it is a minimum loss position. In case the average variable cost itself is greater than the average revenue, that particular point is used to call it as shutdown point. That area is called shutdown area. So you can see the diagram. This particular diagram indicates output is measured in the horizontal axis, price is measured in the vertical axis. Because of price uniformity, average revenue equal to marginal revenue. At that level only price is fixed, and MC intersect ABC at that point, it is called shutdown point. Suppose it is lying less than that, we used to call this minimum loss. When ABC is lying above the AR, then we have to say this particular position is called shutdown point. These two possible section B question as well as perfectly competitive firm is concerned. Either they may ask the features of perfectly competitive firm or explain the concept shutdown point. For your sake, I will summarize that. There are 7 features in the perfect competitive firm. What are the 7 features? Large number of buyers and sellers, homogeneous product with uniform price, free entry and exit of firms, perfect knowledge about the market, perfect mobility of factors, no transportation costs, and non-intervention of government. If these 7 are present in a market, it is called perfectly competitive market. Apart from that, there are 4 profit position based on the level of average revenue and average cost. If average revenue and average cost are equal, normal profit. Average revenue is more, cost is less, abnormal profit. If cost is more, revenue is less, minimum loss. When the working capital, that is average variable cost itself, is more than the average revenue earned, then we have to shut down the business. That point is called shutdown point, and that area is called shutdown area. With this, I'm completing this class. We will meet again by 8:30. If you have any doubt, you can ask me now.